Chapter 1 The Gasping Earth. The earth was suffocating. Because of the waste and neglect of mankind, the air was becoming more poisonous and unbreathable every day. More and more factories, cars and airplanes were blowing out smoke dangerous to people. The smoke was filled with the gas called carbon dioxide. What made it worse was that this gas was heating up the earth more and more every day. And because of this increasing heat of the earth, the weather was getting worse with more violent storms, melting glaciers and rising seas that were flooding many cities worldwide. The bad weather was also destroying plants and trees through droughts, fires, and floods. Because crops were being destroyed, food was becoming scarce and many people and animals were going hungry and dying. The hot weather also awakened new illnesses that were making people weak and sick, causing them to die. The people who were suffering most were the poor and ordinary people. The rich people kept themselves in safe and comfortable homes with abundant food, medicines, and vitamins like kings. Agila led his team of eagles across the skies, watching out for places where people were getting sick or getting hungry on land and in the oceans. They then alerted Speed and his kangaroo team to these places. They also alerted Karoke and her dolphin team to garbage islands, chemical and fuel spills, and hunters and whalers they saw in the oceans. Speed and his team of kangaroos were busy delivering food and medicines to the hungry and sick people all over the world. In hot and cold weather, in wet and dry places, they ran hundreds of miles every day until they were tired trying to get as many poor and ordinary people fed and well again. The food and medicine were all coming from Nino's food factory and Mary's medicine factory, which never ran out. Whisper was also busy with her team of koalas. Their job was to alert animals and men on land through mental telepathy to where they could get food and medicines from the kangaroos and what places to avoid because of storms, bushfires/forest fires and floods. In the oceans, Karoke was busy with her team of dolphins alerting all sea and river animals with their sonar signals to avoid the garbage islands, chemical and fuel spills, and hunters and whalers. Brudet was worried though. He thought that the world could not and should not go on like this, in a perpetual state of desperation due to hunger and disease. If this went on, more people would go hungry, become sick and die. Agila, Speed, Whisper, Karoke and their teams could not possibly cope, based on Brudet's mental calculations, with the increasing number of people and animals on land and in the oceans, who needed help. They would all eventually get tired and sick themselves from exhaustion. And so, he discussed with both Nino and Mary. Brudet, Nino, Auxilium and Via team doing great job, helping hungry, sick, endangered people, animals, all world. But pollution in air and heat of earth blowing up, number in trouble. We need better solution, solve problem once, restore abundance, health, stability for earth. Arf! 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 Nino, you are right, Brudet. While we have enough food and medicines for everyone because our food and medicine factories will never run out, I think we need to clean and cool the air and tame the storms to stop this big disaster. I think we can build some miracle machines for this, one to clean the air and another to tame the storms. These machines should also be able to cool the earth. I also have designs for these machines which I inspired an unknown scientist to create. His name is Gus Versosa. He designed these two machines. The nanophotosynthetic algae, NANOP algae for short, this is a very small kind of algae that floats on the air indefinitely and changes carbon dioxide to oxygen. It also absorbs and changes other polluting particles in the air to harmless small grains of sand that fall to the ground. By doing all of these, this miracle machine will clean the air and cool the earth as the carbon dioxide is lessened until a good balance is restored. The anti-hurricane, typhoon and cyclone generator, anti-storm generator for short, this is a big machine that cools the surface of the ocean. This lessens the number of storms and weakens them so that they can no longer pose danger to people. As a bonus, it also generates free energy that can be given to the poor and ordinary people so that they do not have to pay for fuel for lighting, warmth, cooking and travel. We need Father Jose to build this with his army of builder angels. What do you think, Mother Mary? Mary, yes, Father Jose can build this with the builder angels. I will seek him out now. And so, Mary sought out Father Jose to build the two miracle machines. With the help of the builder angels, Father Jose worked for 40 days and 40 nights to make vigintillions of the tiny nanopalgi and hundreds of the big anti-storm generator. Once finished, he reported to Nino. Father Jose, Nino's son, we have completed the miracle machines. We are ready to place them wherever you so desire. Nino, thank you Father Jose, to you and your builder angels. Please fill the skies with the nanopalgi. For the anti-storm generators, please put them in the oceans. And so, Father Jose and the builder angels followed Nino's instructions. A day after the miracle machines were placed in the skies and in the oceans, people were surprised to see beautiful colored glitters during the day and twinkling little colored lights at night in the skies. They also heard from the news of hundreds of new, big machines that looked like wheels rolling on the oceans. As the days, weeks and months went by, the air became cleaner and fresher and the world became cooler. Because of this, storms became lesser and weaker, rain started falling more again in drought-stricken areas, flooding of cities and towns stopped, and plants and trees started growing faster again. The diseases born out of the heating of the earth also started vanishing. As a result, animals no longer starved and died. The poor and ordinary people of the earth no longer starved and became healthier. And the teams of Agila, Speed, Whisper and Caro got their much-needed rest. Auxilium and Via had won their first big battle for mankind. Nino, Mary and the whole Auxilium and Via team, joined by their teams and the builder angels all cheered, Avi! Avi! Avi!